It's 2:40 a.m. on the 21st of November 2025. Heavy rain pounds the water southeast of Florida, and the wind hits like a wall. Inside the bridge of the U.S. Coast Guard cutter James, the crew hears a sharp alarm. A voice from the operations room breaks through the noise. "Contact Alpha. No lights, no transponder, moving toward us waters." Before anyone can react, a second message hits the radio. "New contact. Venezuelan Navy patrol boat, 350 yards, tracking the same ship." Through the storm, two dark shapes cut across the waves. One is a drug boat loaded with cocaine. The other is a foreign warship guarding it. The cutter rises on a wave, drops hard, and the crew holds their breath. Captain Rodriguez knows they have only seconds to choose. If they wait, the cartel dumps the cargo. If they move too slow, the patrol boat may block them. The next order he gives will decide everything. Rodriguez leans forward, rain hitting the windows in sheets. The crew waits for his voice. It comes low, steady, and final. "Stand by to intercept." The waters southeast of Florida look calm on most days, but every crew in the Coast Guard knows the truth. This is one of the busiest drug routes in the entire region, a place where hundreds of tons of cocaine move north each year. Most shipments leave from Colombia or Venezuela, pushed out at night by cartels that have learned every trick in the book. For the US, this zone is a front line. If a drug boat slips past here, it can reach American shores in only a few hours. What makes this night different is not the cocaine or the storm. It is the foreign warship moving beside the drug boat. Venezuela has been hit hard by sanctions, and parts of its military now work with the cartel known as Tren de Aragua. They protect drug ships in exchange for cash, turning a national navy into a hired escort team. Before tonight, this was only intel. Now it is real, right in front of the crew of the James. The drug boat itself is another warning sign. It runs dark, heavy, and far too steady for a normal smuggler. It is built for one job: carry cocaine. But when the crew scans the wheelhouse and sees a deserter from the Venezuelan Navy at the helm, everything becomes clear. This is not a random criminal run. This is a military-supported delivery, pushed straight toward us waters under the cover of a storm. For the crew, the mission becomes more than stopping drugs. It becomes a line they cannot allow any foreign force to cross. If they back down here, then any navy working with a cartel could push drugs right to America's doorstep. If they push forward, they risk angering a nation already under pressure. Every mile of ocean suddenly carries political weight, and every decision can spark something bigger than a drug bust. The tension between the two ships hangs over the storm like a loaded spring. One is trying to stop the cocaine, one is trying to protect it. If you were watching this moment from the bridge, whose move would you support? Press 1 if you think the Coast Guard should push through no matter what, or press 9 if you think they should back off and call for support. The storm keeps hitting the cutter as the crew begins their first real moves. In the operations room, the radar picture tightens. The drug boat holds 18 knots. The Venezuelan patrol boat stays close beside it, matching every turn. That alone tells the crew this is not random. It is a military escort. Thermal cameras sharpen through the rain. The image of the man in the wheelhouse becomes clear. When the system confirms his face, the room falls silent. A Venezuelan Navy deserter, now steering a cartel boat while being protected by a patrol ship. With that, suspicion becomes proof. Rodriguez reacts the moment the match hits the screen. Prepare to intercept. His voice is steady, but the crew feels the shift. This is no longer a normal drug stop. With a foreign patrol boat this close, every second matters, and any wrong move could escalate fast. Below deck, the boarding team gears up. Armor locks in, helmets tighten. One sailor flexes his hands, shaking off nerves. Another checks his rifle even though he hopes never to use it. The storm makes everything harder. The team knows they may only get one clean chance. On the bridge, the Venezuelan patrol boat calls again. "Us vessel, keep distance." The tone is sharp, almost like a warning. Rodriguez doesn't answer. Instead, he orders full speed. James surges forward. crashing through a wave that rattles the entire hull. In the operations room, a tech reports, "Machine guns active, tracking us." The grainy feed shows 2 gun barrels following the cutter's angle. Everyone feels the pressure, but no one steps back. They know the drug boat could dump its load at any moment, and if that happens, the mission is over. Rodriguez watches lightning flash across the water. The drug boat rolls heavy, low in the waves. It has nowhere to run. The patrol boat waits beside it, testing how close the Americans are willing to push. Rodriguez gives the order that sends the night forward. Launch the RHIB. The boarding team climbs in as the small boat swings out. Engines roar, rain pounds helmets. The cutter shifts to shield them for one brief second. Then the hook releases and the RHIB drops hard into the sea. The first response has begun, and there is no turning back. The RHIB slams into the water, dropping into a trough before bursting back up through rain and darkness. The 10-man team holds on as waves crash over the bow. The storm works against them, but also hides their approach. In operations like this, a few seconds of cover can decide everything. Ahead, the drug boat tries to slip away, but its heavy load makes it slow and unstable. Its bow rises and falls like a weight sinking into the sea. The Venezuelan patrol boat stays glued to its flank, matching every move. Through the rain, the boarding team sees 2 machine guns pointed their way, barrels shifting with each turn of the RHIB. On the cutter James, thermal cameras track the patrol boat creeping closer. Rodriguez watches every detail. A single wrong turn could swamp the RHIB. A single gesture from the patrol boat could trigger a firefight. Tension hangs like static. Distance shrinks fast. 200 yards. 150. The storm hits harder as they reach the drug boat's exposed side. The hull rises above them like a wall. Timing is everything now. The coxswain angles the RHIB perfectly. Hooks out. The first hook slips. The second catches. A third locks tight. The RHIB jerks as the team hauls closer. One sailor leans dangerously far to secure the line, nearly falling before pulling himself back. Across the waves, Venezuelan gunners react, weapons tracking the RHIB until it locks to the hull. The Americans know what that means. Every step is under a scope. Lightning flashes, freezing the scene, the storm, the drug boat, the patrol boat, ready to act if the Americans make one wrong move. The boarding team climbs. Hands grip wet metal as boots land on deck. The moment they board, everything shifts. They are now between cartel smugglers and an armed foreign patrol boat less than 600 yards away. Every second feels heavier. They move fast, flashlights cutting through rain, heading toward the bridge where the deserters should be. The vessel shakes under a heavy wave. In the distance, the patrol boat edges closer again. On James, the radar operator calls out, "Patrol boat closing, 30 yards." Rodriguez answers, eyes locked on the storm. "Hold positions, they won't fire first." No one knows if he's right. 3 vessels, locked in a silent contest for control. One wrong move, and the night will break open into its most dangerous phase yet. The boarding team pushes into the drug boat's bridge, moving fast through the storm. The man at the wheel freezes. It's the same face thermal sensors flagged earlier Ramirez, the Venezuelan Navy deserter. He slowly raises his hands, eyes locked on the rifles aimed at him. For a moment, only the storm hits the windows. The team cuffs him and secures the room. Then a new alert comes through James. The Venezuelan patrol boat is no longer drifting. It holds a perfect line with the drug boat, even with Americans now aboard. The pattern is too tight to be coincidence. This was coordination from the start. The twist comes fast. A smuggler on deck, soaked in panic, shouts, "They paid them $400,000 for escort." The truth snaps everything into focus. The patrol boat wasn't shadowing. It was hired protection guiding the shipment toward U.S. waters. The team keeps clearing the hallway, but the air shifts. This is no normal chase. This is direct foreign military involvement in a cartel run, exposed mid-operation. Outside, the patrol boat adjusts slightly, its guns still locked toward the drug boat. Lightning reveals its silhouette holding position. as if waiting for a signal no one wants to give. Even inside the steel walls, the team feels the pressure. On James, radar confirms what everyone senses: the patrol boat has matched the drug ship's path for over 35 nautical miles. Each minute adds more evidence, and the Venezuelan crew likely knows the cameras are rolling. The truth is now unavoidable. This is not just a smuggling crew. It is a state-backed operation, with a foreign patrol boat watching from only a few hundred yards away. The Americans must move carefully. One wrong gesture could push the storm into something far more dangerous. The drug boat's bridge rattles as another wave slams the hull. The boarding team pushes deeper inside, the storm pounding the steel like a drum. At the cargo hold, they force the door open and sweep their lights across the space. Wrapped bricks fill the room from floor to ceiling, each stamped with the cartel's symbol. In seconds, the truth is clear. 146 bales, 3.2 tons of cocaine, over $100 million in street value. A quiet radio call breaks the moment. Cargo confirmed, all of it. The weight of those words settles on everyone. This is the evidence the cartel feared, and the patrol boat feared even more. Outside, the Venezuelan patrol boat shifts again. Machine guns stay fixed on the Americans, rain running down the barrels. No one knows what comes next. One side holds the drugs, the other holds the weapons. The storm turns every sound into a threat. On the cutter James, Rodriguez watches the feed as the patrol boat inches closer. He steps to the mic. "Team, prepare tow line. Secure the vessel. The order is clear. The Americans are taking the drug boat under the eyes of a foreign warship." The boarding team moves onto the open deck, exposed under lightning flashes. The patrol boat holds its angle. Guns locked, engines humming. Tension feels like a wire pulled to breaking. Then something unexpected happens. The patrol boat slows. Its engines drop. Instead of advancing, it begins to turn away, slow, deliberate, unmistakable. It is backing off. No one celebrates. The storm still rages, and danger remains. But the message is obvious. The Venezuelan crew sees the drugs secured, the deserter arrested, and the cameras recording every moment. They want no part of what comes next. The tow line locks in. The drug vessel shudders as James begins pulling it north toward Miami. The boarding team returns to the cutter, soaked and exhausted, the adrenaline fading. As the three vessels drift apart, one question hangs over the crew. What would you have done? If guns were pointed at you in that storm, would you push forward like the Coast Guard or wait for support? Press 1 to move in, or 9 to hold back. The storm rolls behind them, but the mission is already decided. They won the night without a single shot fired. By early afternoon, the storm is behind them, but the weight of the night stays with every sailor. James reaches Miami around 1 p.m. The drug boat is secured, and federal agents move fast. Bales are offloaded, tested, documented. Every number matches what the team saw. 3.2 tons, confirmed. Footage from the cutter and body cams is backed up. Nothing is left unclear. Inside a quiet room, Ramirez sits in cuffs, exhausted. The deserter now waits for federal charges. The smugglers tell investigators the same story. Tren de Aragua funded the run, money went to Venezuelan officers, and the patrol boat followed orders. In Washington, evidence moves quickly. Radar shows the escort stayed with the drug boat for over 35 nautical miles. Video shows heavy guns aimed at the boarding team. Audio captures warnings. By the next day, the Pentagon and State Department call it clear military involvement. Sanctions follow within hours. Venezuela denies everything, but footage spreads fast. Every detail points to a military escort protecting a cartel shipment heading toward U.S. waters. Back on James, the crew finally rests, but not for long. 3 days later, they're back out, knowing another run is forming along the Venezuelan coast. Another cartel will try. Another escort may appear. The Coast Guard will meet it first. For the sailors, the meaning of that night is simple. 10 men boarded a drug boat in violent seas, while a foreign patrol ship tracked them with heavy guns. They secured the drugs, made the arrests, and forced the escort to back off without a shot fired. On paper, it looks clean. In reality, it felt far different when climbing a shaking ladder in heavy rain. As the video ends, the question turns to you. If you were the one making the call, seeing a foreign warship defend a cartel shipment, would you push forward or wait for backup? Press 1 to move in, or press 9 to hold back. Every choice carries weight when the ocean, the storm, and a foreign navy all close in at once.